This morning, Stephanie White has been named the head coach of the Indiana Fever. Remember when the Fever struggled defensively, made questionable substitutions, and couldn't catch a break with the refs? Well, those days might be coming to an end. Christy Sides is out and a familiar face is in. But that's not even the biggest story. There's been a significant overhaul of the organization as they aim for big-time success, a new team president, a new general manager, and now a new head coach. As Christy Sides was let go, a noticeable silence fell over Caitlin Clark and her teammates, but now they are breaking their silence. You won't believe what they're saying about the new coach and what has changed. In this video, we'll explore what this means for the Indiana Fever and how White's hiring shapes the team's future in the WNBA. We'll dive into the impact of this overhaul and how it brings the Fever one step closer to a championship. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go! Stephanie White spent the last 2 seasons with the Connecticut Sun. As an Indiana native and a star at Purdue, she was also part of the Fever's coaching staff from 2011 to 2016, including 2 years as head coach. White also played for the team for 4 seasons. The Indiana Fever just had a week that changed everything. Christy Sides is out as head coach. I know the team made the playoffs, so it gives. Let's break it down. Sides had a decent run, guiding the Fever to a 20-win, 20-loss record and their first playoff appearance since 2016. Not too shabby, right? However, the front office wasn't satisfied. They were looking at the bigger picture and saw issues that couldn't be ignored. Let's talk about those struggles. The defense was a mess, rotations were all over the place, and in-game adjustments were lacking. It was like watching a high school coach trying to outmaneuver a seasoned WNBA veteran. Sides just couldn't get it together, and it cost the team significantly. The second game of the playoffs against the Connecticut Sun was literally lost because of a poor defensive scheme at the end of the game. While decisions like this are never easy, it's crucial to remain bold and assertive in pursuing goals, including maximizing talent and bringing another WNBA championship back to Indiana. The Fever's new president of basketball operations expressed their gratitude for Sides, stating, "Coach Sides was an incredible representative of the Fever in our community, and we wish her nothing but success in the future." So what's the solution? Enter Stephanie White, the new sheriff in town. This isn't just any coach walking through the doors. White has deep roots with the Fever. She was part of the championship run with the legendary Tamika Catchings and served as head coach for 2 seasons after that. Oh, did I mention she led the team to the WNBA Finals in her first season? Hold on tight because White's accomplishments don't stop there. She just finished a remarkable stint with the Connecticut Sun, where she was named the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year, posting a 55-win, 25-loss record over 2 seasons and making the playoffs both years. The Fever didn't just get a good coach, they secured one of the best in the league. When the opportunity arose to return home to coach the Indiana Fever, White expressed her goal of bringing the WNBA championship trophy back to Indiana. So, why the change now? The Fever management is serious about winning a championship and sees White as a coach who can elevate this talented roster. They're no longer just playing for playoff appearances, they're in it for rings. But there's more to this story. We've got the coach, the front office, but what about the players? Their thoughts on this shakeup could make or break the entire situation. And that's where it gets interesting. Before we dive into that, let's take a moment to appreciate what's happening here. The Fever are making big moves, and the WNBA better watch out. With White at the helm, this team isn't just looking to compete, they're aiming to dominate. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now, back to the action. First and foremost, White emphasized, this is home. This is a franchise in the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers. It's in my DNA. She's proud of her Indiana roots, having played and coached for the Fever, and she was part of the team when they won the WNBA championship. The excitement of returning to her home state and leading this young, dynamic roster is palpable. White mentioned, "We have a generational player in Caitlin Clark, along with back-to-back Rookie of the Year Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, who had the best year of her career. It's an exciting time in women's basketball, and White is thankful for the opportunity to be part of it in Indiana. But hold on, before we explore what the players think, there's something you need to know about Stephanie White. She's not just a coach, she's an Indiana basketball legend. Her journey feels almost destined for this role. White hails from West Lebanon, Indiana, and her roots in Hoosier basketball run deep. This isn't just any coach. White led Purdue to its first national championship in college basketball. She played for the Fever and wore number 22, the same number Caitlin Clark wears now. Talk about a connection. During her time in the WNBA, she set several rookie records and was named the 2024 Rookie of the Year. Now, the million-dollar question, can White bring that magic back to Indiana? The pieces are certainly in place. You've got Caitlin Clark, the once-in-a-generation talent, Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, Kelsey Mitchell lighting it up, and Lexie Hull bringing hustle and sharp shooting. It's a dream team in the making. Caitlin wasn't the only one shining last season. She had an all-star trio with leading scorer Kelsey Mitchell and the 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston. This marked only the second time in team history that the Fever had 3 all-stars in a season. This trio led the way for the Fever's first postseason appearance since 2016. White has a clear vision for the Fever. She stated, "This is the moment we've been waiting for. With 25 years of experience in the WNBA, she's seen it all and is ready to take Indiana to the top." White's coaching style is exactly what these young stars need. She excels at maximizing player potential and fostering development. Imagine what she could achieve with talents like Clark and Boston. The excitement is tangible. White's return isn't just a new chapter, it's a whole new book. She labeled this moment as outstanding for women's basketball, and she's absolutely right. The stars are aligning in Indiana, and White is at the center of it all. "This is the moment that we've been waiting for," she stated. The Fever's future is bright, and they're poised for success. But the big question remains, what do the players think about all of this? We've heard from the front office, and we've seen White's vision, but the players' reactions are crucial to this transition. Just when we thought the Fever's offseason couldn't get more dramatic, the players decided to make some noise after weeks of radio silence. Why now? What has Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and the rest of the squad so fired up? Let's rewind for a moment. Remember when Christy Sides got fired? There was absolute silence from the team. Not a tweet, not a peep. But now it's as if someone hit the unmute button, and the Fever players are buzzing. The moment White's hiring was announced, it ignited a fire among the players, led by rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. After Sides' departure, Clark had been silent, but when White was named head coach, she was one of the first to react on social media. Clark's enthusiasm was evident as she commented "Fever Show" on the announcement post and shared it on her story. Aaliyah Boston, Lexie Hull, and even Nelisa Smith joined in, lighting up social media with excitement. The contrast with their silence after Sides' firing is striking. This isn't just players being polite, it's genuine excitement. You can almost feel the energy radiating through the screen. In her own words, Caitlin expressed, "She's called a lot of my games throughout college. She has a really great basketball mind." The players' unity and shared excitement are invaluable. They are clearly on the same page, and that kind of camaraderie is essential in team sports. This reaction speaks volumes about team chemistry. The players didn't say a word when Christy Sides left, but now they are rallying around their new coach. Fans noticed the stark difference in reactions, and some speculated that perhaps the players weren't too happy under the previous regime. Now it seems a weight has been lifted from their shoulders. What does this mean for next season? If social media reactions are any indication, we might be witnessing a Fever team that is more united and motivated than ever, with a coach they're excited about and a roster full of young talent. This could be the beginning of something big in Indiana. However, can this online excitement translate into on-court success? That's what everyone is waiting to see. With White at the helm and the